Hi, welcome to the CrafteeManatee. Today I'm going to be showing you how to crochet this no-sew T-Rex. This is part of my no-sew Dino series here on the channel where I'm showing you how to crochet 4 different no-sew dinos, and today we will be working on the T-Rex. Before we get started, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel and share this video with a friend who you think might also like learning how to crochet this no-sew T-Rex. Here are the materials that you're going to need to crochet our no-sew T-Rex. We're going to need about 10 grams of worsted weight yarn in whatever color you would like. We're also going to be using a 4mm crochet hook or the letter G. We'll need some stuffing and some safety eyes. And we'll also need scissors and a tapestry needle for cutting off our yarn and weaving it in at the end. To get started, we are going to make a magic ring and make 6 single crochet stitches into the center of that ring. Now we can pull that yarn tail to close up the ring, and we will make 1 slip stitch into the first stitch that we made to help keep it closed. Now we are going to increase in every stitch around, so we are going to go from having 6 stitches up to having 12 stitches. So I will meet you back here after we have worked an increase in every stitch around. Now we are going to single crochet 1 and then increase, and we're going to repeat that 5 more times for a total of 18 stitches. So we are going to single crochet and then increase. And now repeat that 5 more times, and I will meet you back here for the next round. Now we are going to be making some plain single crochet stitch rounds. So we are going to single crochet in every stitch around. So that will be single crocheting 18, and we're going to do that for 4 rounds. So I will meet you back here after we have worked those 4 rounds of plain single crochet stitches. Now we're going to start working some rows that are going to be a little bit weird. They're not going to be our standard increase rows. Instead, we want to just increase on one side and we'll be decreasing on the other side because we want the T-Rex's body to start to curve. So just follow along. All of the instructions will also be up on the screen as we go along. But for this first weird round, we are going to decrease 6 times and then increase 6 times. So that is going to keep our stitch count the same at 18 stitches, but it is going to create a little curve. So we are going to decrease 6 times. And now we are going to increase 6 times. And as you can see, we are starting to get a little bit of a curve for our T-Rex. For the next round, we are going to just single crochet in every stitch around. So go ahead and single crochet 18 stitches, and I will meet you back here for our next round. Now we are going to work another weird row to keep curving the body. So for this row, we are going to decrease 3 times and then increase 12 times. So our stitch count is going to go up to 27 stitches. So we are going to decrease 3 times. And now we are going to increase 12 times. So I will meet you back here after you have worked 12 increases, and we'll move on to our next row. Now we are going to single crochet in every stitch around. So go ahead and work 27 single crochet stitches, and I will meet you back here for our next step, which is adding in the safety eyes. Now we are going to go ahead and insert the safety eyes, and we want to insert the eyes between rounds 5 and 6 with 4 stitches in between them. And we want to make sure that the eyes are facing the front of the body, which is this side that is a little bit flatter, not this side with the curve. So to insert our first safety eye, we are going to count down from the top, and we want to go between rounds 5 and 6. So we're going to start at where we made our magic ring and count down. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we know we want to insert our eye between rounds 5 and 6. So I'm going to put that one right there, and we want it a little bit off to the side here. And then we're going to count 4 stitches between that one. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we will put the next eye right there. And you can always adjust the eyes if you put this one over too far and they're looking a little bit sideways. Just make sure that they are lined up so that they are even with the front. Now I'm going to go ahead and add on the safety eye backings, and I will meet you back here to start stuffing our dino. Now we are going to begin stuffing our T-Rex's head. So we're just going to fill that with stuffing. And I'm going to add a little bit more, and then just remember to stuff as you go all the way until we reach the end. Now we are going to start decreasing. So we are going to work 1 single crochet and then 1 decrease. And we're going to repeat that 9 times in total for a total of 18 stitches. So we are going to single crochet 1 and then decrease. And now repeat that 8 more times. Now we are going to single crochet 1 and then decrease, and we're going to repeat that 6 times total for a total of 12 stitches. So we are going to single crochet 1 and then decrease. And now repeat that 5 more times, and I will meet you back here for our final round of the body. Make sure to add all the rest of your stuffing at this point, because once we work the next round, it is going to be too tight to add stuffing. So make sure it is all the way stuffed how you want it. And for this final round, we are going to just work 6 decrease stitches. So we are going to decrease, and go ahead and repeat that 5 more times. Now we can fasten off the yarn and cut it off. And now we are going to thread that yarn tail through our needle and sew up the opening. And to sew up the opening, I like to just make loops all the way around this final round. And now we can pull that tight, insert our needle back into the body, and pull it out somewhere else. And we can cut that yarn tail off. And here is the body of our T-Rex all completed. So now all we have to do is add on the feet and the tail and we'll be done. Since this is a no-sew pattern, we are going to be crocheting the feet directly on to the T-Rex. So we aren't going to be sewing anything on at all. The feet are just simple puff stitches. So we're going to pick 4 locations for the feet. We want 2 up here that will actually be its arms, and then we'll put 2 down here that will be its 2 bottom feet. So I'm going to start on one of these top hands. I'm going to just kind of line up with the eye and insert my hook right there. And then I'm going to pop my hook out in the stitch next to it. And this is where we will be working that first foot. We're going to go ahead and attach our yarn here. And I'm going to chain 1 just to attach the yarn on to the body. And now to make a puff stitch, we are going to yarn over and insert back down into that same stitch we connected with. Yarn over and pull up a loop. And now we are going to continue doing that 2 more times and we'll have a total of 7 loops on our hook. So we will yarn over, insert, pull up a loop, and we'll do that one more time, yarning over, inserting, and pulling up a loop. And now we have all of those loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through all of those loops. And now we are going to fasten off our yarn, cut it off, and that is our first puff stitch arm completed. It looks a little messy right now because of all of the yarn tails, but once we have that pulled down, it will look like an arm. So I'm going to go ahead and make those 3 other feet, and I will meet you back here and you'll be able to see exactly where I put those feet onto the T-Rex's body. Alright, I am back with all 4 of the feet completed. You can see we have 2 up top here and 2 on the bottom, and the 2 on the bottom are just lined up so that it can sit flat and sit on its feet, just like that. So it's looking very messy right now with all of these yarn tails, but we're going to go ahead and tuck those in. So to tuck in the yarn tails, we are just going to thread our yarn through our needle. And then we are going to insert our needle down into the base of the body and pull it out in another spot. And then we will cut the yarn tail off. So it's that easy to tuck in all of these yarn tails. So I'm going to go ahead and tuck them all in, clean this up a little bit, and then we'll move on to the tail. Now that we are done with all 4 of those puff stitch feet, we are going to move on to the tail. And for the tail, we want to have the dino facing us, and then we are going to insert our hook into a stitch between rounds 11 and 12, slightly over to the right of the center. So we're going to count from the top. So we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So we know we want to go in between that 11th and 12th round. And we're going to go slightly over to the right. So I'm just going to insert my hook. And you can see that it is all the way down at the back of the dino's body. So we are going to go ahead and just attach our yarn. Here. And we are going to chain 1 to attach the yarn. And now we are going to work a single crochet stitch in the stitch that we connected to. And now in the next stitch, we are going to work a half double crochet stitch. And now we are going to chain 3 and slip stitch down into the first chain that we made. And then work another half double crochet stitch down into the same stitch that we worked the first one in. And now we will work a single crochet stitch into the next stitch. And now fasten off your yarn. And I'm going to go ahead and tuck in these yarn tails, and then we will be done. And here is our finished no-sew T-Rex. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video learning how to crochet your own no-sew dino T-Rex. Make sure to check out all of the other no-sew dinos here on the channel, and make sure to like and subscribe for more patterns and tutorials. You can also find all of my other patterns on Ravelry, Rippler, and Etsy. Thanks for watching. Bye!